Kamala Harris has added a new character to her playbook, the pastor. The Democratic candidate debuted a bizarre new accent during an appearance at the Church of Christian Compassion in Philadelphia.
Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. The path may seem hard, the work may seem heavy, but joy cometh in the morning, and church morning is on its way.
The new accent sent social media into a meltdown, with commentator Guy Benson saying, "New panda accent just dropped." This commentator agreed, saying, "Kamala Harris unveils new preacher accent in church this morning. How fake and phony can one person be?" And not only did Kamala Harris unveil a new accent, she was also booed and heckled by parishioners during the same service. This is becoming a common occurrence for Harris, who has proven to have a hard time controlling her crowds.
As a nation, we face real challenges. We carry
Unruly crowds have become a fixture of Kamala Harris's appearance, says this commentator on X. Vice President Kamala Harris gets interrupted again during a speech, this time at a Philadelphia church. This comes after the VP put Christians offside when she told two young men they were at the wrong rally after they shouted "Christ is King" from the crowd.
Well, while we're talking about the war on Christianity, have a look at this exchange over the weekend. While Kamala Harris was promoting abortion without limits, the entire crowd erupted into loud cheers, but then a lone student in the crowd, who is a Christian and so pro-life, called out, "Jesus is Lord." Now, instinctively and without pause, Kamala mocked him, telling him he was at the wrong rally. Take a look at what happened.
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
Just wow. Damien, what do you make of that?
Well, I think it's interesting, isn't it, that, someone cries Jesus is Lord at a Democrats rally and they're immediately told by the party's presidential candidate that they're at the wrong rally. What does that say about the Democrats and their beliefs and their views? I mean, we've replaced Christianity in the West or in modern Western culture with, this woke ideology, cult, religion nonsense.
Republican VP hopeful J.D. Vance doubled down on this, highlighting his commitment to faith during his own speech.
Anti-Christian rhetoric and anti-Christian approach to public policy. I don't think that we've, that's right, Jesus is King, and I don't think that we've seen... I don't think that we've seen anything like this in modern American politics.
And after Kamala's offensive anti-Christian gaffe, she undertook Operation Cleanup, appearing at churches to desperately get back on side with Christian voters. However, despite this transparent attempt, she still came under fire after anti-abortion worshippers were forcibly removed from their own church by police. This commentator said, "Christians are nuts if they vote for this woman. Kamala Harris has police escort Christians out of their own church." Kamala Harris has struggled with the Christian vote this election campaign, flipping and flopping on policies depending on her audience, says Sky News host Kel Richards.
She heard that Jesus is Lord thing and she decided she needed to react. And this is why she's such an appalling candidate. She's the worst candidate since Hillary Clinton, and we know what happened to her. So she's just she cannot very quickly off the top of her head think of a clever way or an appropriate way or a tactically good way to react. So she did this really stupid thing of go to the rally down the street, you don't belong in my rally if you want to say Jesus. I mean, that's, as you say, America is a far more religious country than Australia.
It is.
The vast majority of them are Baptists. They don't want to hear a candidate saying that. She's done herself a lot of damage. And then the idea that you can repair it by going to church tells you that Kamala may be Christian on a Tuesday but not on a Wednesday. Or maybe she's Christian at 3 o'clock but not at 4 o'clock. And that's exactly the problem. She's this changeable, could be anything, chameleon, don't know what she believes, don't know who she is candidate. And she's underlined that. Yes, I'm really like that. I'm really this very uncertain person, and you'll never know who I really am or what I really believe. This is her doing self-damage. She's had a really bad week. And at the end of the week, she's just making it worse.